Good evening again, everybody. It's Charlie, and welcome back to another video on the Chatting Leeds YouTube channel. Hope all your Saturdays have been amazing so far. It's the day before the game, guys. We all know what that means. It's time for your match preview ahead of Leeds United against Brentford at Elland Road tomorrow afternoon. 2 o'clock kickoff, and it is live on Sky Sports, but I will be there. I'll be there in the flesh to hopefully see Jesse Marsch save his job. I hope for his sake that this game goes well, because if not, I do really fear for him. But just before we get into it, please smash that like button, please subscribe and share all of your thoughts and opinions in the comment section down below. And yeah, let's just get right into it then. This game for me is make or break for Jesse Marsch. I do think that there's a lot resting on it. Everyone's been saying it on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook. Wherever you check your Leeds United news, there's always something about Marsch and his job and is he safe and all that jazz. Look, I'm just going to say it bluntly. If we lose this game, I think he should go. It'll be 2 wins in about 18, 19 games. That's relegation form. It's poor. There's other teams in this league that would have been way more ruthless than Leeds United in this scenario. Yeah, look, I like the guy, and I really want him to do well. Please do not get this twisted. I want us to go to Elland Road tomorrow. I want us to get all 3 points, and I want to be coming on here for my match review afterwards in a good mood, happy and confident and enthusiastic about Leeds United going forward. Do I feel that's going to be the case? I'll be honest, I don't. Look, the Cardiff game the other night was a really good confidence builder and a good momentum builder. It's Cardiff at the end of the day, and Brentford are on very good form at the minute in the Premier League. They're one of the most informed teams in the league. Obviously, they've recently beaten Liverpool. They've beaten Man United at home this season. They've had some pretty good results so far this season. So look, I'm very wary of them. I'm very wary of their attacking threat. And Mbeumo, Wissa, obviously the big man up front, Ivan Toney. I wonder if he's put a bet on himself to score. But in all seriousness, I think Marsch said in his press conference that Leeds have been preparing in training on set pieces, obviously because he thinks that'll be a huge factor in the game, and I actually agree with him on that. I think Brentford are very good from set pieces. Do not be giving a penalty away, because you just know Ivan Toney will score. And one thing though, and someone who sits behind me at Elland Road mentioned this. Brentford, I've not seen this stat, but apparently this is true, that Brentford have faced the most shots in the Premier League this season. And it got me thinking, is their defence as good as what I first thought? And look, I think they're a fairly solid team, but I think their keeper is quite good, and I think the fact that they've got such a good attacking threat kind of helps them in a lot of games. Don't get me wrong, they, like I just said, they have got a strong defence, but if they're facing that many shots, it just proves that they can be got at. And do I think we're capable of beating Brentford at home? Of course I do. Of course I do. I just think the system that we play is going to feed right into their hands. Even saw it from a Cardiff kickoff the other night. How much space was just open down the flanks. It's ridiculous. The Brentford players hugged the touchline as well, and Mbeumo, and they hugged the touchline. They play with width. They're good in midfield. They can pass the ball well. They're really press resistant as well. And if they beat our press and they're away, then it's curtains for me. I just think our defence is that poor at the minute. I'm just very bewildered by it all at the minute. I don't know what to actually expect. Because as much as I'm sat here thinking I don't fancy us in this game, it wouldn't surprise me if we went and beat them. The last time that his job was really on the ropes was Liverpool away Have a look what happened there. You know, we beat Liverpool at Anfield with Jesse Marsch in charge. We've beaten Chelsea 3-0 at home with Jesse Marsch in charge. So there has been good periods this season. The Wolves game, the fact that we weren't great in that game, but we still fought back and won the game. Bournemouth, yes, it was poor for 60, 65 minutes, but we still found a way to win. We can do it. But 2 wins in 18 is not good enough. 8 wins in about 33 games of football in charge. That is not good enough. It's not good enough. And, you know, everybody says it about Leeds. Very good going forward. I think we're really good going forward. I really do. Nonto, Somerville, there's Reuter that's coming. Bamford's back. Rodrigo, Sinistera. Aronson, when he's actually on good form. But defensively, we are an absolute joke. And people have said it's because Marsch hasn't got a defensive coach. Well, he needs to get one, doesn't he? If he's not got one, he needs to get one. ASAP. Because you can tell he's a very attack-minded coach. Very negligent with that back four. That he doesn't seem to... You know, we had a World Cup break and he still hasn't addressed these issues. It's baffling. I don't understand. Do I want him to turn it around? Yes, I do. Do I want us to go and beat Brentford tomorrow? Of course I do. I hate Brentford. Do I think he's going to turn it around? No. Even if we win this game, I still don't think this style of play long term is sustainable. It's not. It's really not. We either need to buy a whole squad that fits this system, or he needs to start playing to this squad's strengths. Sending everyone down for a corner. Look at the Aston Villa goal that they scored. There were only Liam Cooper back, and as much as I give Cooper stick sometimes, even I've got to admit there's nothing he could have done there. Because every fucker else is down the pitch. Excuse my French. I'm just very meh at the minute. I'm just not, you know, I'm going into games not expecting us to get anything now. I didn't even expect us to beat Cardiff the other night, and that turned out to be quite easy, but you can understand why though. The defence going forward, fine. Midfield, I think we're okay, but at the back, we're a joke. Like, it's so bad. So easy to play against. So predictable. Poor on the ball. We try and pass it round at the back and we just don't have the players to do it. Max Verber has played one more or less full game at Elland Road the other day, and he looked more cool, calm and collected than I've seen all of the others all season. And then there's news that we're signing a young centre-back that's 19. We need a proven good defender. Not one for under 21s. And why are we trying to sell Charlie Cresswell? I'd have Charlie Cresswell in that squad, 100%. But, you know, I just think we need a consistent back four for quite a while. Because even if it's just Ayling and Christensen swapping now and then, it's not consistent. You need a consistent partnership to work. So hopefully Verber can come in for Cooper and Cooper can just be naturally phased out. Do I think that's going to happen this season? Probably not. Because for me, if Liam Cooper isn't captain, he doesn't play. But that's just my opinion. But as for Brentford, as I've said, I admired the way that they play. They're a good attack-minded team, press resistant, they pass the ball well. They've got some good forwards. Fairly solid defensively, but as I said, we can get at them. I think if we hog the touchline, Nonto, whether it's Sinistera or Harrison on the other flank, I think we can definitely get at them and create chances. It's just, are we going to be clinical enough to put them away? Rodrigo's scored, I believe, is it 10 goals in the league this season now? And 2 in cup, so 12 in total. That's really good return for him. Obviously, there's Bamford, who scored 3 goals in 2 games. So at least if maybe Rodrigo maybe I don't know, if it's just one of them games for him where it's not working, he can come in and, you know, help us out, can Bamford. There's Rooter as well. Keep forgetting about Rooter. There's Rooter that could make an impact. So yeah, I'm very excited in a way, but then also I'm very, very worried about Ivan Toney against Liam Cooper and Buemo against, God, who would he be against? Pascal. I'm just very nervous. And it's make or break time for Marsh now. Lose this and he's gone, in my opinion. Do I think we're going to lose? Head or heart? Head or heart? See, my heart's saying 2-1 Leeds, but my head is saying 2-1 Brentford. So I might just have to give those predictions. My heart is saying 2-1 Leeds. My head is saying 2-1 Brentford. And look, by the time I do match preview tomorrow night, we may not have a manager. We may do. There could be plenty to talk about, but there might not be. Who knows? But it brings us to the end of this match preview, guys. I really hope that you've all enjoyed it. If you have, please smash that like button. Please subscribe. We're so close to hitting 2K, as I've been mentioning a lot recently. It's my next goal that I'd like to meet. If you could do me a solid, if you keep watching but you haven't subscribed, then what are you doing? Hit that subscribe button. It's free and you'll get plenty more content where that came from. And share all of your thoughts and opinions in the comment section down below. And I'll see you in a bit. Cheers.